Good morning, and welcome to Blitzbrief TV. I'm Gloria, bringing you the latest headlines. We focus on the pressing issues facing Nigeria as the nation reflects on President Bola Tinubu's first year in office. We begin with a critical assessment from the Coalition of United Political Parties, or CUP. In a press conference held earlier today in Abuja, CUP's national spokesperson, Comrade Mark Adebayo, addressed the media, offering a scathing review of President Tinubu's performance over the past year. He highlighted that many Nigerians had harbored hopes for a slight improvement in various sectors compared to the administration of Tinubu's predecessor, Muhammadu Buhari. These sectors include the economy, security, education, health, and infrastructure. However, according to Comrade Adebayo, the reality has been starkly different. He claimed that President Tinubu's policies have not only failed to bring the anticipated improvements but have significantly worsened the country's economic situation. The first day of Tinubu's administration was marked by an immediate fuel scarcity, setting a tone of increasing inflation and deepening hardship for many Nigerians. Adebayo pointed out that rather than alleviating poverty, the policies of the Tinubu administration have effectively weaponized it, pushing more Nigerians into severe economic distress. He underscored that the nation's expectations for better governance and relief from poverty have been met with disappointment, as inflation rates have surged and the availability of essential commodities has diminished. The CUP's spokesperson stressed that the dire situation has led to widespread suffering, with ordinary Nigerians bearing the brunt of escalating costs and decreasing living standards. This assessment adds to the growing chorus of voices calling for urgent policy changes to address the economic and social challenges facing Nigeria. As the nation marks 1 year under President Tinubu's leadership, the critique from CUP highlights the significant hurdles that remain. Whether these challenges will be addressed effectively in the coming years is a question on the minds of many Nigerians. In other news tonight, we will cover the latest developments in regional security, updates on the education sector, and the ongoing healthcare reforms. But first, we turn to our economic correspondent for an in-depth analysis of the current financial landscape. Stay with us.
Thank you, Gloria. As we've heard from the CUPP's recent press briefing, Nigeria's economic landscape has been fraught with significant challenges over the past year. The concerns highlighted by Comrade Mark Adebayo, the national spokesperson of CUPP, underscore the urgent need for policy reassessment and effective economic management. One of the most immediate impacts of President Tinubu's administration was observed on his very first day in office. The nation experienced a sudden fuel scarcity, which triggered a chain reaction across various sectors. This scarcity not only disrupted daily life, but also contributed to a spike in transportation costs, which in turn fueled broader inflationary pressures. Inflation in Nigeria has been a persistent issue, but the past year has seen it exacerbated to critical levels. Essential commodities, including food and fuel, have become increasingly expensive, stretching the finances of ordinary Nigerians. The CUPP argues that rather than mitigating these economic hardships, President Tinubu's policies have intensified them, effectively weaponizing poverty. A key area of concern is the accessibility and affordability of basic necessities. The steep rise in prices has made it difficult for many Nigerians to maintain their standard of living. According to recent data, inflation rates have climbed significantly, with food inflation hitting particularly hard on low and middle-income families. This situation has led to growing discontent and calls for the government to implement more effective and compassionate economic policies. Moreover, the impact on the health and education sectors cannot be overlooked. Budget cuts and inadequate funding have left these critical sectors struggling to meet the needs of the population. Hospitals and schools are facing shortages of essential supplies and resources, further compounding the difficulties faced by Nigerian families. In response to these challenges, economic experts are urging the Tinubu administration to focus on stabilizing the economy through comprehensive reforms. Recommendations include improving the efficiency of fuel distribution networks to prevent future scarcities, implementing measures to control inflation, and increasing investment in social services to support the most vulnerable populations. In conclusion, the first year of President Tinubu's tenure has highlighted significant economic hurdles. The administration faces mounting pressure to address these issues swiftly and effectively to prevent further deterioration of living standards and to restore public confidence. Gloria, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Jane, for that detailed report. The economic challenges facing Nigeria are indeed formidable, and the coming months will be crucial in determining how the Tinubu administration responds to these pressing issues. We'll continue to monitor the situation closely and provide updates as they develop. Up next, we have stories on regional security developments and the latest in healthcare reforms. Stay with us.
This has been Blitzbrief TV. For comprehensive news, coverage, and updates, stay tuned. I'm Gloria, wishing you a good day.